We're here at the HSBC Arena in Buffalo, New York. There's nothing like a playoff series to breed rivalry. I'm Jim Houston with Craig Simpson for Game 3 of the Eastern Conference semifinal between the Buffalo Sabres and the Ottawa Senators. Buffalo has a great chance to steal all the momentum in this series with a win on home ice.
Well, believe me, you don't want to have to fight from behind. This is their big chance to take control of the series right here.
Here's a look at tonight's official.
He's one of the more experienced refs in the league. You can expect him to call a tight game tonight. He takes control of the game and is certainly not afraid to blow his whistle.
And the faceoff is won by Drury. Over the blue line. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets hit by Smolinski. Thundering hit out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shoved. Centers it. Saved by Birol. In front. Smolinski rifles it. Blocked. Into the attacking zone. A shot from the slot by Afinogenov. Hasek freezes the puck.
Now that was a big hit, folks. He just barrels right through him with a tremendous hit.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. Faceoff win for the Sabres. Moved back by Drury. Rings it out. Over the blue line. Rubbed off the puck by Gilson.
Finished that one with a bang.
Saved by Birol. Over the line. He gets pushed by Chara. Moved across. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. In front. Birol hangs on for the whistle. The action's about to start. Face-off won by Drury. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Saved by Hasek. Behind the net. Neal out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shoots it! Blocked by Zhitnik. In front. Birol made the glove save. He hangs on. About to drop the puck. Sabres win the faceoff. Brings it out. In over the line. Laid out. Now that's a big hit. Over the blue line. Saved by Birol. Passed across. Brings it out. Across into the attacking zone. In behind. Brings it out. In over the line. Fitzpatrick shoves him.
He caught him square on that one.
Out of their defensive end. Hecht over the blue line. He gets bumped off the puck. Neal grabbed it. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. End to end. He gets rocked by Fisher. Brings it out. Over the line. Cranked him.
A punishing hit.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Tapper steals the pass. Fisher now has the puck. Over the blue line. Pushed off the puck. Pittis grabbed it. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Right in front. Oh, no! Simpson scored in his own net.
We need to shake this off right away. Get back out there and go on the offensive.
And the faceoff is won by Drury. Flattened.
He's seeing double now.
Moved across, over the line. Shoved. In front. Biron slams the door shut. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Right in front. Hasek makes the pad save. Brings it out. Hossa over the line. In the corner. Scramble for the puck. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Bowled over.
They felt that hit in the rafters.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone.
Hit. That one took him right out of the play.
Played across. Buffalo's making a change. In over the line. Played up. Brings it out. Over the line. A shot from the slot by Neal. Just wide of the net. Out of their defensive end. Pittis is in the clear. Shoots the puck. Saved by Hasek. Moved ahead. Over the blue line. He gets hit by Kalinin.
He really bounced his man with that hit.
Into the attacking zone. Knocked down.
That was a big hit.
In over the line. Wrist shot by Fisher. Biron denies him. Over the line. Alfredson gets shoved. Moved up. Brings it out. Buffalo's making a change. Over the blue line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone.
He burned him with that move.
Biron with a brilliant save. Lindy Ruff had immediate success when he took on the job as Buffalo's head coach, Greg.
Jim Ruff became only the third head coach under today's Stanley Cup playoff format to lead his team to the conference finals in each of his first 2 seasons.
In over the line. Hasek turns it aside. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Laid out.
That was a monster of a hit.
Has to hit. Over the blue line. Big hit.
That was rock solid.
Volchenkov. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Schaefer. Biron got a leg on it. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets checked by Langfeld. Wrist shot. Stick save. Hasek covers up for the whistle. You know how defenders hate playing against this guy? He's a ferocious big man who can also put the puck in the net.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with him, Jim. Get him riled up, and he's unstoppable.
Moved across. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shoved. Moved over. Right in front. Smolinski shoots. Biron gets a pad on it. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets bowled over by Redden. In over the line. He gets run over by Gilson. That's going to leave a mark. The action will resume once the glass is replaced.
He'll be getting up and looking for the number of that truck.
The puck is about to be dropped. The faceoff goes to Buffalo. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Checked.
Now that one was worth watching.
Right in front. Hard wrist shot by Hesht. Hasek made the save. Brings it out. Over the line. Shove. Biron freezes the puck. Watch how quickly this guy gets down in his butterfly.
Well, Jim, he just dares shooters to go 5-hole, then takes it away at the last second. He's lightning quick with his pads.
Face-off won by Fisher. Brings it out. In over the line. Simpson works him over. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Muscled off the puck. Mayer moves it ahead. Into the attacking zone. The ref indicates a delayed call against Buffalo. Over the line. Knocked down. What a hit! Mayer has been nailed for hooking. Ottawa is about to go on the power play for the first time in this game.
Jim, they've got some good finishers in their lineup, but they like to keep it simple. Point shots with lots of traffic in front.
He gets shoved by Redden. Played over, brings it out. In over the line. Passed up to the neutral zone. Senators are offside. They're getting ready for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Smolinski. Right in front. Weak shot from the left. Biron covers up. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Smolinski. In front. Biron stoned him. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Rocked. That was huge. Brings it out. Over the line. Taken out.
A textbook body check, Jim.
Bondra will go to the box for hooking. Smolinski wins the faceoff. Big hit.
He's not getting by that time.
And time winds down as the first period comes to an end with the score 1-0.
Get yours before they run out.
Jim, when two teams are this close, you'll want to start the period with jump.
Maybe some early fireworks?
Exactly. Some physical play, lots of shots, you know, something to fire up your team.
The players are lining up at the faceoff circle. And the faceoff is won by Briere. Rubbed off the puck. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets roughed up by Kalinin. Briere out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Bumped off the puck. Brings it out. End to end. Over. A shot from the slot by Smolinski. Sent flying.
He took a big-time check.
In behind. It's a scramble. Gets the backhand shot off. Rocked. Buffalo is under relentless pressure. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone with a one-timer. In the corner. Shitnik went short. Over the line. Bondra puts an end to this power play as his penalty is over. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Passed over. A delayed penalty call against Ottawa. Hasek denies him. Redden will get the gate for interference.
When you commit interference, you're not trying to stop the guy completely. You just want to hold him up for a second.
Buffalo will get a second chance on the power play here. Face-off won by Hossa. Shoves. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Drury corrals the puck. In front. Hasek freezes the puck. Here in the second period, the Sabres lead by 1 goal. The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Drury. Knocked down.
You could feel that one up in the booth.
Over the line. DeVries went short. In over the line. He gets taken out by Hossa. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets hit by Kalinin. Ottawa puts its number 2 penalty killing unit out. Into the attacking zone. Big hit.
That's some heavy action.
This power play's half. Ooh, look out. Big hit. Nice move there by Hossa. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shoots. Turned aside by Hasek. Passed across. In over the line. Kalinin gives him the rough stuff.
Terrific physical play.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Taken out.
That's what we came to see.
Moved across. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Zhitnik.
He laid the hit on him there.
Through center. Over the line. Shoots it hard. Hasek made the save. And he covers up for the faceoff. We're ready for the faceoff. Sabres win the faceoff. Drury gets checked. Passed over. Brings it out. Buffalo is now 0 for 2 on the power play. In over the line. He gets stapled by Chara.
He unloads a big hit.
Rocked. Right in front. Hasek turns it away. Turned away. Buffalo has a relentless attack going here. Into the attacking zone. Quick puck movement out of their defensive end. Over the line. Big hit. Played up. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets roughed up by Campbell. In over the line. Brings it out. It's played over by Drury. Into the attacking zone. Fisher. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Biron got a pad on it. Brings it out. In over the line. Drury feathered it. It's given up by Hesht. Brings it out. Over the blue line. It's passed across by Patrick. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Hit! Across. Brings it out. In over the line. Checked. Right in front. Biron hangs on for the whistle. Buffalo is showing great restraint in this game, Craig. They haven't been baited into stupid penalties, and it's paying dividends for them.
Well, Jim, you're right. Staying out of the penalty box is key if you want to have success at this level.
Face-off won by Drury. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Laid out.
Stopped in his tracks.
Passed over. Over center. Over the line. Hit. Moved ahead. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Hasek reached out for the puck. And he hangs on to the puck. Buffalo is a team that really likes to use its speed to press the attack.
And they cross the blue line in full flight and really try to back your defense up. The key is to get on their forwards before they get going.
And the faceoff is won by Drury. Big hit.
That came harder than expected.
Brings it out. In over the line. A penalty coming up to Buffalo. Kalinin will serve time for roughing.
Now, you can't really argue that one. Everyone knows it gets you 2 minutes.
Face-off won by Roy. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets shoved by Chara. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Laid out. Brings it out. Dumped in on the inboards by Roy. Leveled.
Booked them that time.
Brings it out. In over the line. Over. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Knocked down. Behind the net. Brings it out. Over the line. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Bolchenkov roughs him up. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. Over the line. Missed shot by Zhitnik. Hasek turned it away. Brings it out. Ottawa makes a line change. A lateral pass. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Checked. Brings it out. Kalinin has seen his penalty expire, meaning his team's no longer shorthanded. Hard wrist shot by Roy. Turned aside by Hasek. And he hangs onto the puck for the whistle. This guy doesn't give shooters much when he goes down, does he?
No, he gets awful big in goal. He can still be beat, but it has to be a perfect shot. That's the challenge against him.
The faceoff goes to the Senators. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets roughed up by Fitzpatrick out of their defensive end. Over the line. Pushed off the puck. Bondra moves it ahead. Over the blue line. He gets rocked by Fitzpatrick. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets leveled by Drury out of their defensive end. Over the line. Hip check. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets laid out by Fitzpatrick. Played up. Brings it out. Buffalo makes a line change. Right in front. Quick pass up. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Biron with an awesome save. Brings it out. Over the line. A shot from the slot by Hesht. Big glove save by Hasek. Over the blue line. Turned aside by Biron. Knocked over. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets hit by Redden.
He got his man on that hit.
Hasek makes the save. Into the attacking zone. Hit. Moved up. Brings it out. Over the line. Campbell controls the puck. Mad scramble. Hasek made the brilliant save. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Checked. Brings it out. Buffalo's making a change. In over the line. Smolinski brings it out. Over the line. Bumped by Briere. In front. Bondra scores! It trickled in!
Let's look at that one again, guys. See how he unloads that wrist shot? It's pure skill, Jim. Great goal.
The faceoff goes to the Sabres. He gets pushed by Simpson. Bondra over the blue line. Laid out.
He got laid out.
Hecht out of their defensive end. In over the line. Crushed in behind. Thrashed. Hossa brings it out. And that wraps up the second period as we head into the break. The score is tied 1-1.
Where you'll see your favorite players compete in exciting events such as hardest shot, fastest skater, and the breakaway competition.
It's time for the third period.
Jim, look for some big hits as both teams try to shake things up.
The faceoff goes to the Senators.
Jim, what a tremendous move.
Mowed down. Brings it out. Over the line. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. Over the blue line. It's moved over by Zhitnik. Hit. Hecht scores!
Let's take another look at that one on the replay. Nice goal. Now, when you execute a wrist shot with that accuracy, 9 times out of 10, it's in the back of the net.
This game is now theirs for the taking.
All they've got to do is be careful not to get greedy. Now is not the time to abandon your defense.
Passed up to the neutral zone. Knocked him off the puck. Played over, brings it out. In over the line. A lateral pass. Biron reached out for the puck. You can see this guy's playing with a lot of confidence.
Now that he's got one on the board, you're going to see him get more chances. Once you find the net, the puck always has a way of finding you.
They're getting ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Sabres. And out they come with the puck. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Redden.
Lines his man up and knocks him down.
Over the line. Bowled over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets taken out.
He really slammed into him there.
Brings it out. In over the line. Right in front. Hossa plays keep away.
He burned the defender with that move.
Over the line. Hecht shoots the puck. He misses. Brings it out. Coast to coast. Bondra went short. Short pass. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Moved across. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Gets away a hard shot. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets bowled over by Fitzpatrick. Centered. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Sent flying. Over the line. Right in front. Biron made the save. He covers up.
Jim, there's been a lot of extra activity after the whistle, and you can see the refs are trying to get control and break things up.
The action's about to start. And the faceoff is won by Drury. Brings it out. Over center ice. Over the blue line. In front. Pad save by Biron. Fires! It goes wide. Hecht. Passed across. Into the attacking zone. Chara knocks the puck loose. Brings it out. Played over the line. In the corner. Biron denied him. A lateral pass. Precision. In over the line. Brings it out. Up through center. Into the attacking zone. Kalinin fires it. Right in front. Great save. Hasek covers up for the whistle.
Jim, I think he's stunned. He made a perfect shot and can't believe that the goalie stopped it.
The ref is ready to drop the puck. The faceoff goes to Buffalo. Fitzpatrick corrals the puck. Hasek denies him. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Hossa shoots the puck. Saved by Biron. No goals yet for this guy, but he was instrumental in getting at least 1 point on the board.
Well, you do what you can. If you can't be the star, you can still help out your teammates.
About to drop the puck. Face-off won by Fisher. In front. Hard one-timer by Tapper. Scores right upstairs.
There's nothing as lethal as a quick and accurate wrist shot.
The goalie will be seeing that one in his nightmares. Ottawa have clawed their way back into it.
It was a big enough accomplishment to tie this game. Let's see if they can steal the win.
In over the line. Slap shot by Campbell. Hossa. Over the line. He gets roughed up by Briere. Quick puck movement. Into the attacking zone. Picked off by Drury. Wrist shot. Missed the net. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Right in front. Great save by Biron. He hangs on to the puck. The Sabres are one of the fastest skating teams in the league, and as a result, they're a tough team to check.
You're bang on, Jim. They always hit the lines with speed. If you're not ready, they'll fly right past you.
And the faceoff is won by Roy. Brings it out. In over the line. A shot from the slot by Mayer. The shot is blocked by Simpson. Hasek hangs on for the whistle. The puck is about to be dropped. The faceoff goes to the Senators. Brings it out. Over the line. Smolinski gets bowled over.
I wouldn't want to have been on the receiving end of that one.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Checked. Right in front. Saved by Hasek. Chara Brings it out. Over the blue line. Hit. Passed over. Brings it out. Turned over in the neutral zone. In over the line. Checked. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Played over. He gets worked over by Tapper. Played across by Neal. Into the attacking zone. Right in front. Biron made the save. And he covers up. They're getting ready for the face-off. Face-off won by Smolinski. Mowed down.
Jim, that was a real blow.
A lateral pass. Over the blue line.
Made him look bad with that deke.
Circles the net. Hasek makes the pad save. Brings it out. In over the line. It's passed over by Smolinski. Scramble in front of the net. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Right in front. Turned away by Hasek. Hossa. Brings it out. Over the blue line. In front. Out of their defensive end. Buffalo puts its checking line out. Checked. Knocked down. Over the line. He gets shoved by Kristek. Passed across. Into the attacking zone. Taylor gets checked. Shoots it quickly. Misses. Fisher brings it out. In over the line. He gets checked by Pittis.
Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Hit. Brings it out. Ottawa makes a line change. Big hit. Pass to head. Out of their defensive end. Taylor gets checked. Over the blue line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. It's dumped into the inboards by Chara. Briere moves it ahead. Over the line. Muscled off the puck. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Rubbed off the puck. Kalinin grabbed it. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Shoots it. Turned aside. Hit.
That'll keep them on their heels.
Sent flying. Quick puck movement. Shoots quickly. Hasek made the save. He freezes the puck. Volchenkov is at his best when he doesn't have the puck.
Now, you're right, Jim. He's not the best stick handler, but he usually takes the body and clears the front of the goal. He's a model defenseman.
The faceoff goes to Buffalo. Hard wrist shot by Fitzpatrick. Passed across by Smolinski. Over the blue line. Hard wrist shot by Bondra. Biron hangs on for the whistle. The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Fisher won the draw. Played back.
Neither side could put it away in regulation, so we're off to overtime.
I would like to say hello to all of the special groups attending tonight's game. Thanks for coming.
Get ready for sudden death overtime.
This is when your stars have to shine.
The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Drury. Over the line. Checked.
That was a full contact hit.
Brings it out. In over the line. Shoved. In front. Quick shot from the slot by Hossa. Biron covers up.
Jim, you can see that emotions are starting to bubble over. There's been a lot of pushing and shoving after the whistle.
We're ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Drury. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. With a wrist shot. Hasek turned him away. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shove. Moved ahead. Brings it out. Over the blue line.
It takes talent to deke like that.
Stick save. Brings it out. In over the line. Shove. Hossa. Rocked.
He just got run over.
Briere. Into the attacking zone. Knocked over.
He felt that one right down to his skates.
Hasek hangs on for the whistle.
You could see the look in his face. He cannot believe that there wasn't a penalty call.
Well, let's have a look here at why he's all fired up. You be the judge. The players are lining up at the face-off circle. And the face-off is won by Fisher. Out of their defensive end. Over the line.
Hit! That'll keep them on their heels.
Over the blue line. Pushed off the puck. Capper. 18,000 referees in the stands call a penalty. The two that count will not. It's moved over by Kalinin. Brings it out. Buffalo puts its third line out. Level over center. Breakaway. Right in front. Leg save. Brings it out. End to end.
He spun him right into the ice.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Flattened. The crowd's upset. No penalty call. Over the line. Cranked him. Rocked. Goes behind the net. Hasek freezes the puck.
Jim, you can see by the look on his face, he can't believe he didn't beat the goalie with that one.
They're getting ready for the face-off. The face-off goes to the Sabres. Rubbed off the puck by Smolinski.
Bumped him that time.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. A shot from the slot by Hossa. Biron got a pad on it. Brings it out. Over the blue line. DeVries hits him.
That'll give him some room.
Checked. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. A lateral pass. Hit. The Senators go offside. The action's about to start. Face-off won by Drury. Moved over by Campbell. Over the line. Drury went short. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Laid out. Moved across. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Passed over by Briere. Out of their defensive end. Over. Business is about to pick up, and it looks like we're going to have a fight.
The gloves are off, and these guys are ready to rock.
He didn't win the fight, but his team can still win the game.
Well, Jim, when it's tied like this, that might be just enough to get his teammates fired up as they look to take the lead.
The ref is ready to drop the puck. And the faceoff is won by Roy. A lateral pass. Over the line. Hasek makes the save. Brings it out. In over the line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Pad save. Quick pass up. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Advances the puck. One times it. Stick save by Biron. A lateral pass. Over the blue line. Crushed. Quick pass up. In over the line. Bumped off the puck. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Simpson.
Talk about laying a guy out.
Brings it out. At center. Over the line. Puck intercepted by Mir. Buffalo's making a change. In over the line. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Kalinin.
He put him in his place with a strong hit.
Played over. Over the blue line. Drury gets checked. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets pushed by Gilson. Shoots! Saved by Biron. Brings it out. In over the line. Hecht taken out.
He got rocked right there.
Moved ahead. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. It's flipped ahead by Drury. Hasek shuts the door. Brings it out. Ottawa puts its third line out. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Pass to the slot. Hasek denied him. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Hard wrist shot by Tapper. Pushed aside by Biron. Brings it out. Buffalo puts its checking line out. Checked. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Right in front.
Let's fly with a wide one.
And out they come with a puck. Over the line. Hasek denies him. Brings it out. In over the line. Precision. Rips one. Biron makes the save. Through center. End to end. Checked. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets worked over by Gilson. Biron hangs on for the whistle. About to drop the puck. Face-off won by Drury. Brings it out. Over the line. Out of their defensive end. In front. A shot from the slot by Bondra. Great save by Biron. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Bondra rocks him.
He stops him cold.
Ottawa puts its checking line out. Right in front. Knocked down. Buffalo's making a change. In over the line. Moved up. Brings it out. It's passed across by Redden. Into the attacking zone. Briere. Brings it out. Over the line. Wrist shot from the left. Hasek turns the shot aside. And he hangs onto the puck for the whistle. The puck is about to be dropped. And the faceoff is won by Pittis. Shove. Advances the puck. Through center. Over the blue line. Right in front. Quick pass up. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Passed over. Taylor, backhanded shot. Turned aside by Hasek. In over the line. Over the line. Smolinski, wrist shot. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets crushed by Simpson.
He's unstoppable.
Moved up. Into the attacking zone. Biron made the save. Run over. Goes behind his net. Across. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Hecht shoots. Brings it out. Moved over by Briere. Over center. Into the attacking zone. Hit. A shot from the slot by Tapper. Shot blocked by Hecht. Ottawa's going to make a change. Over the line. Sent flying. Out of their defensive end. He gets bowled over by Hest.
That's one he'll remember.
Right in front. Hasek made the leg save. In over the line. Leveled. Played across. Over the blue line. He gets run over by Chara.
He stamped that one.
Cranked him. He gets checked by Zhitnik. Taylor brings it out. Over the line. Pettis controls the puck. He misses. One-timer. Saved by Hasek. He freezes the puck. They're getting ready for the face-off. Face-off won by Hossa. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Crushed. In over the line. He gets hit by Schaefer. Centers it. Stick save by Hasek. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Checked. Played over. Taken out. He gets leveled by Hest. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets rocked by Langfeld. A shot by Drury. Brings it out. Ottawa's going to make a change. Shoots the puck. Stick save. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shoots! It goes wide. He gets out-muscled by Redden. Taylor, quick shot. Moved across. Brings it up. In over the line. In scores! That's it. Ottawa wins this game and takes the lead in the series.
That was a blistering slap shot. I don't think there's a goalie around who could have stopped that blast.
Tonight's first star for Buffalo, number 84, Alexei Zhitnik. Tonight's second star, Buffalo, number 55, Jochen Hess. And tonight's first star, Ottawa, number 39, Dominic Hasek.
From the HSBC Arena in Buffalo, New York, this is Jim Houston with Craig Simpson.
Until next time, take care.
Goodbye.
You